This may just be the most boring crypto bull market ever, but while some people have been yawning, it's quietly been creating new millionaires for those who are locked in and taking advantage of new opportunities. According to Henley and Partners 2025 Crypto Wealth Report, the number of crypto millionaires jumped 40% in the last year to 241,700. That could be you. You can be one of those people. Those people aren't special. There's the right place, the right time, and took the right risks. If you have the right strategy, discipline, and patience, you can join the club. But here's the harsh truth. Without the right mindset, most of the money that you make will disappear just as fast as it came, just like most lottery winners or pro athletes who crash and burn financially despite having made millions upon millions. So how do you actually go from broke to millionaire to multimillionaire and beyond? Well, I came across an interesting thread here from Sam Parr, host of My First Million podcast, where he asked investors worth between $10 million and $2 billion what life really feels like at different levels of wealth. Their insights will blow you away and show why education, strategy, and mindset are absolutely everything if you want to keep your wealth, not just to make it in the first place, okay? So look, here's the truth. When you're broke, every decision is a money decision. Bills hurt. When you go to the grocery store, it's not what you can buy, it's what maybe you're allowed to buy with the little bit of money you have. Stress runs the show, fights over money with your spouse all the time. You know the feeling, checking your bank account, wondering if you can pay the rent this month, hoping to God you don't get a flat tire. That's how I grew up. That was my life as a kid. Life is dictated by cash flow, not by choices. The first real psychological unlock often comes somewhere around $50,000 to $100,000 in liquid assets. Suddenly, bills stop feeling like total shackles. You can breathe a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. You might even feel like you've kind of got some money for the first time in your life. Small emergencies stop being massive headaches. Flat tire, no problem, I got money for that. You can actually begin to plan financially. Your first 100,000 is always the hardest, but it compounds really fast after that if you can be disciplined. See, now you're learning the rules of money, figuring out what actually works and building the discipline to make good habits stick. After that, the path to $1 million isn't magic, it's consistency. You simply repeat the strategies that already worked. You keep scaling them. You let compounding do its thing. It doesn't happen overnight, and people trying to chase overnight riches almost always get fucked in the ass, okay? But here's the unexpected truth. You learn along the way. Hitting $1 million in liquid assets, especially in a high-cost city, rarely feels like the jackpot these days. I remember when I was a kid, man, making $1 million, like, holy shit, $1 million. All my problems in life will be solved. Tell you, as a millionaire, it's pretty good. Don't get me wrong. But it doesn't solve all your problems, okay? And $1 million is not what it used to be back in the 90s when I was growing up. In many ways, when you hit $1 million, the first million, you're just a comfortable professional, still income dependent, still watching the next paycheck like a hawk, but you can afford a lot more shit, okay? This is where a lot of new crypto millionaires stumble. They hit millionaire status, feel like they've won the lottery, and that all their life's problems should be solved right now. But without the right strategy and mindset, it's just not like that. Crypto markets are super volatile. Profits can evaporate in days, weeks, even months if you over leverage, chase hype, or mismanage your cash flow. Even if the numbers look good on paper, the freedom feeling doesn't come automatically. The lesson here is to focus on cash flow over net worth and start thinking long-term how to grow your wealth. The earlier you start, the more you grow it over time. Learning how to manage what you already have, like living within your means and allocating your capital strategically, is what will separate the people who stay millionaires from the ones who blow it all on fast cars, luxury penthouses, watches, all that kind of stuff, right? When you get enough, you can buy yourself the watch, but that shouldn't be your first priority. At the end of the day, being a millionaire isn't just about hitting a number or looking the part. It's about freedom, choices, and control over your life. Those need to be the top priorities, okay? And all that comes before, of course, you hit the multi-millionaire status. Now, before we get into the $10 million and above wealth levels, and you should really hear this because it's very aspirational. Guys, if you're trading crypto, I have a question for you. Will you settle for less, or will you take control of your trading finally and switch over to an exchange that respects you? FEMX is the OG exchange that delivers what traders need. Deep liquidity, global access means to be able to everywhere for everyone. You might need a VPN in some cases, okay? And the offer on the table right now is outrageous. Make your first deposit of $5,000 or more, and Femex hands you $1,000 cash back. That's a crazy deal, just so simple. And if that wasn't enough, this month, new and existing users joining through my link can unlock up to 1 Ethereum in trading rewards over $4,000 at current prices. Will you make the switch today and go to an exchange that actually pays you to trade? Okay, stop settling for scraps and start stacking real rewards. Sign up now, link down below. Okay, so look, let's fast forward. $10 million in liquid assets is where money stops being a source of stress. You don't even look at prices when you go shopping and stuff like that anymore. You start having a sense of real freedom. Suddenly your safety net feels permanent. You stop squinting at the right side of the menu. Business class becomes the default when you fly. You can cover your friends' expenses without thinking twice. Life stops running from you and you start running life. It's a big deal. It's a big upgrade from 1 to 10. Like Grant Cardone's quote, if you're a single-digit millionaire, you're not rich, you're worried. 2-digit millionaire, you're doing okay. The ones you can scale up to 20, 25 million, the lifestyle upgrades are subtle but transformative. You can comfortably spend $50K a month forever and still grow your wealth. That's insane. That's fucking nuts. You get nicer homes, rent ultra luxury places without headaches of ownership, have staff for convenience, nannies, cooks, cleaners, personal assistants, all this kind of shit, right? Supporting your family no longer is a splurge, it's just part of your lifestyle. Once you hit 50 million, cash flow really thickens. You're probably deeply invested in stocks and real estate and Bitcoin stuff at this point. You can travel frequently, buy second homes, seriously plan for privacy as well. It becomes really, really important the more wealth you get. You start learning about trusts, tax strategies, second passports, all this kind of stuff, and how to spot who not to trust. Very, very important. A lot of people are gonna be after your money, okay? Be quiet with your wealth. By the time you hit 100 million, life is essentially frictionless. Private jets or chartering them, full household teams, multiple luxury houses around the world, capital allocation becomes a job in itself. What real estate am I gonna buy? All this kind of stuff. But here's the reality. More money doesn't automatically equal more happiness. What gets old fast is more shit to manage. Your identity tied to your net worth, constantly chasing bigger dopamine hits. You got to get a bigger number, get a bigger number. Oh, I got 10 million, now I got to have 20. Do not get rich to impress strangers on the internet. That's one of the stupidest things you could do. Get rich to protect your loved ones. Get rich to provide personal security, medical security, financial security, the best schools, all that kind of shit. That's what actually matters, and have more freedom to spend with those people. Even at multi-millionaire levels, your wealth only matters if you're doing something meaningful with your time, like experiences, health, relationship, and acts of service. Compounding grows your wealth, but purpose compounds your life. Wealth at these levels is about removing friction, buying back time, scaling your freedom, okay? Even if you're not anywhere near $1 million yet, you can take this lesson on board. Don't just think about the money, think about the lifestyle you want to live, the person you want to become, because those kind of little gains, those compounding gains in your life also move fast. Going to the gym, being a better person. Now we're talking obscene levels of wealth, of course, 100 million, billion plus and beyond. I mean, shit. At this point, personal lifestyle barely changes. Your life is about scale, privacy, and impact. You never see a bill. CEOs of universities want you on their board. You're building legacies. You're buying up sports teams mid-flight, crazy bullshit like that, right? And look, this is completely unrelatable for most of us, and I am not a billionaire, very far from it, okay? But the real lesson here is that even a fraction of this compounding power works for anyone who starts early, and you can make a lot more than you realize. And it's never been more important to take charge of this and to do this in your life, because guess what? You cannot count on your retirement. You cannot count on the government to save you. They are your enemy, essentially. You have to save yourself. And one of the best ways to do that is by investing. Okay, so keep learning. For example, let's say you start with $10,000 invested in Bitcoin because it's the best performing asset class in the world and it compounds at a conservative 15% per year for the next 20 years, although the predicted CAGR is around 30%. But okay, look, you'd end up with roughly $164,000 if we just hit 15% a year. Now, it's not $1 billion, but that's 16x your starting capital. Imagine if you kept adding more and more capital as you increase how much you earn. The earlier you start, the more you contribute, the smarter your strategies. The more your money is literally working while you keep making more of it. That's the magic of building wealth. And the reality is most people never even think about going on this journey. The door is wide open for you to get rich, for you to build wealth, because most people never even try. Okay, 1% of the world's population is rich. You can be one of those 1% people. You have to make the decision to do it. The billionaire examples, of course, shows us what's possible if you scale it to the extreme. Most of us will never be billionaires. We don't need to be. You don't need to be. but you should be aiming for millions. Okay, the takeaway is simple. Start now with what you have, build habits that protect and grow your wealth, and let compounding take care of the rest. That's how you move from being broke to millionaire to multimillionaire, and maybe one day even beyond. You can keep playing the game at even higher levels. You can do it. I believe in you. You can be the exception, not the rule. You don't want to live 9 to 5 hell for the rest of your life till you're 65, retire, and there's no retirement money for you. The government's broke. Pension ain't worth shit. So guess what? Can't even get a job at Walmart anymore because the robots took it over. Panhandling in the streets until you die in an alleyway when you're 85. The fuck kind of future is that? Save yourself. Thanks for watching.